Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about viewports and how to keep your drawing files down as small in size as possible. Okay, let's open up drawing. Okay, let me get rid of that. Move this over here. Oh, oh, it's a single detail. No, not that one. I don't like that. Let's do this one. Okay, here's a bunch of details. If we go into model space, wait, let's go back to paper space. Let's turn off the viewport, or turn on the viewport so I can delete it. Okay, now the viewport's gone. Now, back in model space, say I want to put this detail here in paper space. Now, a lot of people, what they do is they go and make their window, double click in, find the detail. I think it's 3/4 scale. I'm not sure. Let's make it 3/4. Nope, it's 1" scale. There we go. Okay, that's what they do. So don't forget to lock your viewport, because when you lock it, you can double click in the detail. They see it, like the detail's not changing in size, and now you can edit it, whatever you need to do. Now double click out. Now that's one detail. Now let's make another detail. Okay, let's do the same thing again like a lot of people do. Go in there, double click in this one. Now let's bring the second detail. Same thing, 1" scale. Double click out. Then let's go ahead and lock the viewport. Now we got two details, and looks like it's just two details and two viewports. Okay, let's make one more. Let's make a third, put in the third detail. Double click, let's bring that one in kind of close. Scale it up, 3/4. Oops, sorry, 1". What is up here? 1" equal a foot. Double click out. Click on the viewport edge. That way you can freeze it. Now we have 3 details, and looks like we have only 3 viewports. Which is true, but let me show you something. Let's take this detail, put it up there. And let's take the next detail, put it down here, and then the third detail, let's put it way down here. Now, what AutoCAD see and what we don't see, AutoCAD remembering everything that's in that viewport. Even though you're only showing one detail, AutoCAD is remembering everything that's in there. So it's like all those details is like 3 times now. Instead of 3 details, you got, it was at 9, 18, 27 details. Even though you're only showing 3. Now that's going to slow down your drawing. It's going to take longer to regen, and also to save, and your file size is going to get a lot bigger. So let me undo this and put them all back in their little boxes. So that's not a good way to do it, especially if the details are, oops, I wanted that one. Especially if the details are all the same scale. Like these are all 1 inch scale details. So if they're all 1 inch scale detail, you only need one viewport. There you are, one viewport. So this is only copied once. It's not 27 details. It's only 9 details. And that's easier to regen. Now the trick is to organize them while you're in model space. Organize the details in model space, and then when you go to paper space, they all line up. And if you have one viewport and the details are kind of close, and make sure your viewport's locked, you could double click inside. Like for instance, I can go to this detail. Remember, I'm still in paper space. I can move this down so it's in view. This one, I can move this down a little more. This is while I'm in paper space, but I'm inside the viewport, inside the locked viewport. Because if you're inside the locked viewport, you can move the details around. You can zoom in and out, and nothing will change. That's the advantage of having one viewport and that is locked. Now, if I were, just for example, if I were to take this viewport and say I don't have it locked, it's unlocked. Okay. Now I want to go in there and change this detail. I will have to go to a model space, go to the detail, make my changes, then come back to paper space. Because if you do this while you're inside paper space, this is going to happen. See, everything moved and it's out of scale. See, when I move my wheel, everything's out of scale. You will have to put it back to scale while you're in the viewport. 1 inch scale. See, now it moved down. And that's all you can do with this. You got to double click out, then lock that viewport first. Once it's locked, then you can grab the edge of the viewport and move the details around where you don't see the details while you're moving them, but once you let them go, you see they kind of jump in position. But like I said, once it's locked, you can double click inside and move them where you want them. Line them up again. I made a mistake before, so I got to go in the viewport and line them up. But this is a single viewport. So that's what's come in handy. It's a single viewport, and your drawing files is a lot smaller. When you hit the save is almost instant. It goes a whole lot quicker. So that's the advantage of having the least amount of viewports as you can. Like I said, if you got 3/4 scale details, that's one viewport. 1 inch scale detail, that's a separate viewport because the scale is different. And so on and so on. Okay, so I hope that's helpful for everybody, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a good day. Bye.